There, I'm gonna press charges.
Check with the mayor's office.
Oh no, that's it. I don't need to do that.
I can't. Turn that off, please. Are you recording me?
Yeah, I'm video.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave then.
You get the permission from the mayor.
Oh, the mayor? Are you hiding back there?
I need to know what it is.
No, you don't.
I do. Because you're recording us, that's our personal privacy.
Just calling 911. Oh, look at that here.
Hey!
And as promised in part 1, we have part 2 coming, where the Plattsburgh PD caught my attention driving around with no headlights on for a cop watch. So, noticing that and then went ahead and followed them gets you pulled over, and they retaliated the recording with some bogus tickets.
Good.
Corporal Brown with Plattsburgh City Police Department, badge 838. Do you know why I'm stopping you tonight?
I don't.
So it's because you failed to keep right. You went over the double solid yellow line back there.
4 police on this call. Yep. You guys want to violate the Right to Record Act? Is that what you guys want to do? Those spotlights out of our eyes.
I'm keeping the spotlights on for my own.
You turn on spotlights out of our cameras and we'll talk about respect.
It's kind of odd, but it's not against any, you know, you guys have your rights to record and everything, but it's just odd that you guys are following police.
It's odd that you guys are so scared all the time when you guys write retaliatory tickets. Well, I guess it's not that odd, because I can understand why you guys would be scared all the time. You guys are butthurt.
Come on, man.
That somebody's watching you. But somebody's got to watch you. The failure to keep right is bull. You know it. I know it. We all know it.
Listen, y'all. These kids want to act up in school, want to go to school and embarrass you, want to make like they got no home training. So I told my son, don't go to school embarrassing me no more. I take care of you, son. I give you anything you want. I discipline you. But you're going to embarrass me like this? No, so now I'm going to cut his hair. Oh, I got to ask you.
Hey, do me a favor. Wait for the SWAT guys. Now I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
Don't embarrass me. I told him, don't embarrass me. No.
The night before auditing Plattsburgh and Clinton County, we noticed some suspicious activity of police vehicles driving around with no headlights on, so we decided to do an investigation on this suspicious activity. Suspect is making a left. You stereotyping this guy? Sitting at the green light?
Yeah.
So we went ahead and followed patrol for a little bit, trying to find out why they're driving with no headlights on, this suspicious activity, and eventually the officer ditched us through a dealership and came up on us and questioned us about following him.
Hi.
I see you got all the cameras, but were you guys following me? Like through Della, through all that? I just need to know. You're not in trouble or anything.
No,
I just wanted to make sure.
You're going to a call.
Oh, okay. Alright. I just wanted to make sure, because people following us, you know, it's kind of with today's world, you know.
Do we get it? We get followed by cops all the time. It's to shut it up.
Yeah. Alright, man. Alright, take care, okay?
What's your name?
It's going to be Officer Fournier.
Alright, cool.
Yeah. Alright, man. Alright, take care, guys.
Oh, that sucked. That's with his wet ball. The rest of the face. He's gonna remember us with his wet foot for the rest of 303.
Are you guys following me?
Oh, are you guys following me?
Dan, you shook the whole
He's thinking
car.
right now, I got fucking people following me. I got a wet fucking foot.
Not a good start.
He just did something. He turned a light on or something.
He's gonna go straight. Look at this.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna say, fucking, look. Ah!
Finally using his turn signal.
Yeah, this fucker's not gonna signal.
I like that. I think he's got his seatbelt on. He's coming outside. I'm gonna call these guys out for following me. What gave it away when we followed you through the dealership?
Remember, there's 2 cars on the road, you and us.
He's going back to the station now.
You think so?
Yeah, isn't the station in a school zone? Yeah, he's going back to the station. It's at the end of this road.
Is it?
Yeah. Remember, we were here earlier. Oh. He just flew over the fucking speed bump.
After that officer pulled into the police department, we went and drove around for a little while longer, and then all of a sudden found ourselves being the ones stalked by 4 different police vehicles. And that's where they fabricated a traffic stop, and that's what we're going to get into now. Before we get into the camera view of the inside of the vehicle traffic stop, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the officer's dash cam of the retaliatory fake failure to keep right ticket. And this is where it is here. So right now you can see the officer is pulling up behind the vehicle that we were in. And this is the alleged traffic violation here. As you can see, the vehicle went down the yellow line here, and he's claiming that we went way over the yellow line. Let's take a look at that a little closer and some slow down, see what you guys think. The first thing you're going to take note here is if you look at the roadway, if you were to go straight down this lane and continue straight, you would clearly see you would be up on the curb. So you have to, in essence, veer to the left after crossing the intersection, otherwise you would go up the curb and down the grass. Pausing it here for a split second, you can see that there is still 6 inches at least of a gap between the rear tire and the yellow line.
.304 headquarters, traffic stop. Cornelia, just west of Beekman with that vehicle.
And that, fam, is the tell that tells it all. This was First Amendment retaliation. We were the target. He came out to seek and find a way to write a traffic ticket and mess with that vehicle. First Amendment retaliation. He knew what he was doing before he even left the station.
Just west of Beekman with that vehicle. Lincoln Boys 7916. LLB 7916. I'm in front of the violence, I'll meet 3.
In case you needed more proof that this was a stalking effort, here officer number 1 is stalking us from the other side of the road, going over the double solid here quite a bit, and then he's going to pull out in through here without stopping, going over the double solid again to come join in on some gang activity to retaliate against the First Amendment of the United States Constitution and our freedom to film the police. Driving around a neighborhood with no lights on. That's a running of a stop sign right there on our turn on right. But there's the proof that we were stalked and that they were waiting for us.
Good evening, how are you?
Good.
Corporal Brown with Plattsburgh City Police Department, badge 838. Do you know why I'm stopping you tonight?
I don't.
So it's because you failed to keep right. You went over the double solid yellow line back there. Alright. You just have your license on you?
I do.
Is this your vehicle, sir?
It's a rental.
Oh, okay. Do you have any paperwork for the rental?
Yeah.
May I see that, please?
Yeah, give me a second.
Thank you.
You
guys from the area originally? Not down with any kind of conversation?
So, dude, how you doing again?
We're gonna get your paperwork.
We missed you.
How long ago did you rent the vehicle, sir?
It says on there.
What's that?
It says on there.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. And you're anticipated to return. What brings you to Plattsburgh, sir?
Wanted to see you.
What's that?
I wanted to see the site, see you guys, hang out with you guys tonight.
Hang out with us?
Yeah.
It's not often that people want to hang out with police, so that's
I know.
cool. What makes you interested in the police?
Oh, that's, you know.
What's that?
Oh, you guys are doing a great job. We met, your state trooper, we met Scott Whitmore yesterday. He was a great guy, too.
Nice.
Yeah.
He is a good guy. You guys all friends? Do you work for like a camera crew or anything like that, or a production company?
I don't know.
Don't know? Alright. I'll check the paperwork, and I'll check your license, and I will be right back, sir, okay?
Alright.
1 second.
After collecting the license, the corporal and the original officer stand back here and have a 2-minute conversation about how they're going to retaliate and pull Blue Line gang activity here. Eventually, the sergeant here goes to ask Corporal what the PC was, the probable cause for the stop, and this is what the corporal had to say.
What's his name?
Stephen Felano, or Felano.
Where's he from?
Orchard Park.
And what's his reason for being here?
They made it obvious. They said the passenger is the only one that's talking. The driver won't really do any talking. And he's like, we're just here to hang out with you guys. I'm like, well, it's not often that people say they're here to hang out with police officers. You know, I don't know why you'd rent a vehicle and come to an area that you're not from and then follow police officers around.
All right.
So, well, we're just here to follow you around and see the sights. Like, okay, hang on, I'll be right back.
Did the passenger give his info?
No, not yet. I really don't care to identify who they are. I'm just going to give Steven his ticket. And
what was your PC for him?
Failure to keep right. He was way over the double yellow.
So Corporal Brown lies to his sergeant by saying that the car was way over the yellow line. But I don't know what you guys think, fam. You guys let me know in the comment section if you think that the car actually went over the line or not. Because I can tell you one thing. It certainly didn't go way over, like Corporal Brown's telling his sergeant. But I can come to think of somebody who did go over a double solid line pretty solid here and run a stop sign and then go over a double solid again and then over a double solid where we went over a double solid. But hey, rules for thee and not for me. That's the Blue Line gang, the one we're investigating here.
Your PC for him?
Failure to keep right. He was way over the double yellow. I think he was paying attention to Myers.
Right. All right. I'll hang out here.
Okay.
Okay, sir. There is the information for the vehicle.
Thank you.
Your license.
Thank you.
Okay, and I do have one ticket here, okay? For failure to keep right, all right? That's just a violation. It's answerable to Plattsburgh City Court June 17th at 10:30 in the morning, okay? You can go in person or you can return it by mail, pleading guilty or not guilty. Instructions for that are on this side of the ticket, all right? There's that.
You guys got dash cams?
What's that?
You guys got dash cams?
Yes, sir. I can't see who's asking me like what you sir.
We want to see that double yellow.
What's that?
We can't wait to see that double yellow of your
Yes,
dash
sir.
cam.
Yep. As long as your attorney requests it, we have everything on the dash cam.
We can't foil request it?
You can foil it too,
Okay,
yes.
good.
Yep. All right. Any questions for me?
What car are you in right now? What's your car number?
304, sir.
304, thank you.
Alrighty. Any other questions?
How mad are you about
Thanks
that
so much.
double yellow?
I'm really pissed. Double yellow is the biggest crime that's happened all day. This car.
That's the supervisor.
I'm really mad about that double yellow. Less than a few minutes later, we happened to come across a traffic stop and film the Plattsburgh Police again, and they go ahead and highlight their immaturity and their lack of understanding of the law and the civilians' rights to record the police and violate the law themselves. Let's check it out. Here comes one with no headlights. It must be cold.
That's what I'm trying to do, because it's only one stop away.
You said you didn't have one? Okay, that's fine.
I know, I'm sorry, I can't, I completely cannot. to take my time. They got some in the room?
I want you all to take note that the bald man back here, the one who's about to start messing with the spotlight, is the supervisor sergeant, and that's who we expect to play these type of childish games he's about to play.
So what's the story with this so far?
I don't know, it sounds like one of the licenses is suspended, and they're getting somebody else to come drive the car off, maybe? Is that the white car behind that?
Those are all police cars right there, 1, 2, 3.
4 police on this call?
Yep.
You guys want to violate the Right to Record Act? Is that what you guys want to do?
You're allowed to record.
Yeah, this is a violation of the Right to Record Act right here.
It's for my own safety.
Yeah, because you're a scared little bitch. Now they wonder why people want to watch them and don't trust them when they play games like this. Then on top of it, the person playing games here is the supervisor. This is trash policing at its finest. Why are cops so scared?
Do me a favor, get out of the roadway so we don't get you. I'm fine. Get out of the roadway. Because if you impede vehicular or pedestrian traffic, it's actually disorderly conduct too. So I'm fine with you recording, but can you stand on the
disorderly
sidewalk?
Conduct?
I'm not impeding
it is disorderly conduct.
Who's the complainant in disorderly conduct?
I'll have to have it occur in my presence.
Who's you can't be the complainant of a disorderly conduct in New York State. No, you can't. No, you can't. You can't be a disorderly conduct.
You can believe that. But you got to get out of the roadway for me, okay?
You can't be a complainant of disorderly conduct.
You're going to be impeding the Right to Record Act. I'm just repeating
No, I'm not.
officers.
You guys are doing it with these lights.
You got to do it from a safe distance.
I am
The Freedom to Record Act.
I am doing it from a safe
The Freedom to Record Act is subjective, just so you are aware of that. Yeah.
How is it subjective?
It's subjective because it's got to be in a safe area.
Who defines what's safe?
The police officer that's on the scene does.
That's incorrect.
This right here is the roadway. You have to be on the sidewalk.
But you guys have it blocked off.
3 cars
on the
deep.
Sidewalk for me, please. I'm trying to offer you the
You can't be a complainant and disorderly.
You gotta give us a little bit of courtesy too and leeway, okay?
Courtesy? You got these damn lights in our eyes like you guys are scared
for my
or something.
own safety, okay?
Oh yeah, it's a real safety issue.
Yeah, I want to go home at the end of my shift.
Okay? You guys are such scared little babies. You ought to get a different job.
You could record right here.
How about we
you
make
don't
a deal?
have
How
to
about we
be
make
right
a deal?
here.
You shut off those spotlights out of our eyes.
Well, I'm keeping the spotlights on for my own
You turn those spotlights out of our
stand on
cameras
the
and we'll
sidewalk,
talk about
and
respect.
that's the courtesy we'll give, okay?
We'll talk about courtesy and respect when you can shut the spotlights out of the eyes.
Okay.
We get to record, or we have the right to record?
You have the right to record, but you have to do it from a safe distance.
I don't understand
what happens
what's
if
unsafe.
somebody comes through here, goes over the sidewalk, and hits all of us? It happens, unfortunately.
I can't control that.
Correct. You can't control that.
Right.
But I can control somebody being in the roadway, okay?
But I'm in charge of my own safety. If I want to take that risk, I'm free to do that.
That's not entirely true.
Why isn't that true?
Because in New York State, if I tell you to move along or get out of the roadway and you don't do it, it's disorderly conduct.
You can't be the complainant of disorderly conduct.
I am allowed to tell somebody in the state of New York to get out of the roadway. If they don't get out of the roadway, or if even move along...
It's not disorderly conduct.
It is disorderly conduct.
It's not. It's not.
You gotta read the penal law.
Yes, fam. Let's go ahead and take a look at disorderly conduct here in New York State. A person is guilty of disorderly conduct when, with intent to cause public inconvenience, annoyance, or alarm, or recklessly creating a risk thereof. 1. He engages in fighting or violent, tumultuous, or threatening behavior. 2. He makes unreasonable noise. Or 3. In a public place, he uses abusive or obscene language or making obscene gestures. Or 4. Without lawful authority, he disrupts any lawful assembly or meeting or persons. Or 5. He obstructs vehicular or pedestrian traffic. Or 6. He congregates with other persons in a public place and refuses to comply with a lawful order of police to disperse. Or 7. He creates a hazardous or physical offensive condition by any act which serves no legitimate purpose. Now, looking at the disorderly conduct statute in here in New York, I don't see how this officer thinks that he can apply that to anybody. The closest he got is obstructing pedestrian or vehicular traffic, but they've got the road blocked off, so we're not obstructing anything. Or congregates with a person and refuses to comply with a lawful order. This officer doesn't have a lawful order to tell us to disperse from filming them. What do you guys think, fam? I can't wait to read your opinions in the comment section. Make sure you hit that thumbs up and leave a comment on whether you think this officer can even be the complainant in a disorderly conduct. I know disorderly conduct.
So read the penal law. Okay, I'm not going to argue with you.
You can't be the complainant.
Can you do me a favor, sir, and get out of the roadway and record?
Can you get the lights out of our face?
I'll make a deal with you.
That's the deal I'm trying to make.
I'll move the spotlight closer to this truck.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you get out of the roadway for me.
Yeah,
Does that work for you?
If you can take the lights out of our eyes so we can record.
I will absolutely turn it closer to this vehicle.
That sounds
Does that
like
work
a
for
good
you?
deal.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm going to do that right now, but you got to get on the sidewalk for me. You got to get up on the sidewalk for me.
Disorderly conduct. You guys are clowns. You guys are crooks. You guys are crooks.
Yeah, shut up. Your reasonableness and your courtesy. All right.
Yeah. Why don't you research the law? You can't be the complainant in disorderly conduct. They're crying about officer safety out here. They're scared.
Well, they wonder why officer safety is a problem when they do retaliatory traffic stops like... I'm trying my best, guys.
Is this the corporal down here? Hey, Corporal. Hey, Corporal. Your officer down there thinks he can be the complainant in disorderly conduct. Do you agree with that?
Which officer is saying that?
What's that?
Which officer is saying that?
What?
Which officer is saying that?
The bald older guy says that he can be the complainant in disorderly conduct, and that's not the way the statute works, does it?
The bald older guy is my sergeant.
Yeah?
Yeah. So he can write a court information for it and saying that he
can't be the complainant, though, right?
He can observe it and say that he directly observed it, and then he can write the court information.
Yeah, but there's no complainant. You guys can't be a complainant in disorderly conduct.
He can be the informant or the complainant on that.
No, he can't.
On the information.
Disorderly conduct, the only thing that would possibly apply with him standing off the side onto the street would be obstructing traffic or blocking traffic. There would be a complaint because you'd be obstructing somebody.
May I ask
nobody here is getting obstructed.
May I ask exactly what he told you, like, what was going to
Well,
happen?
he was like, if I was standing right here, is this disorderly conduct? Is that disorderly conduct? No, it's not. It's not disorderly conduct. What's that?
That's what he said to you, though?
Disorderly conduct to stand next to the police car off the side of the curb.
He's trying to use disorderly conduct to evade the right to record act.
Gotcha.
You're not doing much better with that light.
You guys are fine to
the right to record act is, you know, when you blind the camera, you're violating that shit. That's why people don't respect you. You got these retaliatory tickets, failure to stay right. Come on, you know that's BS. And then we see you guys out here.
You're gonna end up
got somebody else.
My video, and it's gonna show that you guys failed to keep right.
Oh, I'd love to see that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all it is. But I mean, so here's the deal. I mean,
at a red light,
you guys passed the red sign. You already buy it.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that dash cam footage. We're gonna get it.
FOIA request to come in. So, it's kind of odd, but it's not against any. You know, you guys have your rights to record and everything, but it's just odd that you guys are following police.
It's odd that you guys are so scared all the time when you guys write retaliatory tickets.
Well,
I guess it's not that odd because I can understand why you guys would be scared all the time. You know, officer safety, and you guys cry officer safety, then you do stupid stuff like retaliatory tickets for us video recording you in the course of your duty, a constitutionally protected activity.
I mean, you have your point of view, and I just don't see how it's retaliatory, that's all.
Oh, you don't see how it's retaliatory? Three cops following us because we followed you guys to film you?
I came over and I saw a traffic violation. I don't know what's retaliatory about it.
Yeah, that was BS. You know that's retaliatory,
Well, like
and that's why you guys are so scared all the time. Oh, officer safety.
You wanted to ask for the video on it, so just FOIA request it, and if you guys want to take it to trial, you can do that. It's your right to.
You guys are really upset about that failure to keep right, though, huh?
No, that's just a normal ticket that I've written
Yeah, that's bullshit retaliatory.
If you
People are going to see it that way, too.
If you had to estimate, how many failure to keep right tickets do you think you're writing here?
In a year?
Yeah.
Well, now that I'm corporal, less than what I used to, but if you're talking about what I used to write for...
That's like your go-to, pull someone over to retaliate
40
ticket?
50 a year.
40 or 50 a year?
Yeah.
So if we foiled that information, that would tie out?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It sounds like you got a little racketeer business coming up with your failure to rights.
Oh, now we're getting into RICO and racketeering? Oh my god.
Well, you guys are the little blue line gangs. This is why you guys got to cry officer safety and turn the lights on like that, because you guys are butthurt.
Come on, man.
That somebody's watching you. But somebody's got to watch you. The failure to keep right is bullshit. You know it. I know it. We all know it. We using too much road up for you guys out here? Using too much road up for you guys?
No, it was a traffic
Come on.
violation. I don't know what
Midnight, at midnight, failure to keep right? That's a joke. That's a joke.
Doesn't matter what time of day it is, though.
That's a joke. You know it's a joke.
It's not a joke. That piece of paper that he got, that's not a joke, man.
No, you're the joke, not the paper.
Oh.
You're the joke. You guys are the joke. Okay. You guys are the ones who created First Amendment auditing and cop watching because you guys abuse authority.
I created
you know what else caused the cause of abuse of authority caused?
What? Tell me.
Bail reform. How you like that? You guys are the fault of that stuff.
Yeah, we follow it. Doesn't mean
Bail reform, because you guys abuse your authority. You held people for too long.
Yeah.
And you all stick together like a gang.
Okay.
So one does it, you all do it. You know what I'd like to find? I've been looking for a long time for good cops.
Yeah.
You know why I don't find them? Because there's no such thing.
You didn't find anything.
You know why there's no such thing? Because there's probably a great bunch of you guys who are great with badges on, right? They're probably great people.
Sure.
But right, when a bad cop does stupid stuff like a stupid ticket, like failure to keep right, you know what nobody else does? They never stick up for that. They never say, oh, "Come on, guys, that's a little petty. That's a little stupid." Right? Therefore, there's no good cops.
Can I ask you real quick though? How do you rate the interaction on that traffic stop?
What's that?
How do you rate the interaction on that traffic stop?
On the traffic stop?
Yeah.
You guys were retaliatory.
Yeah,
it took too long to write the ticket. You extended the track.
Take away
just
that. Take away your opinion on that. How was the interaction with the police officer?
How's the interaction?
You want us to
you guys
not
are
consider?
trash.
You want us to not consider the basis for the stop, which is the retaliatory element?
The basis for the stop was that it was a traffic infraction. So.
Failure to keep right?
Yeah.
You're so mad about that?
Why would I be mad?
You guys don't have discretion?
Why would I be mad about
You guys have discretion? Because you guys like to use discretion when you pick and choose who you're gonna write a ticket to.
Violation, so I stopped you guys for
Yeah, bullshit.
That's what it comes down to.
That's what it is. And you guys wonder why you gotta hide and look over your back all the time. It's bullshit.
Sounds like you're wondering, man.
Maybe you ought to just think about that. Like, you can say whatever you want. You think about it when you go home tonight. I'm serious. That's why you gotta roll up the window, because you don't like taking the heat. You do stupid stuff like that. That's why the people hate the cops. Nobody wants to hate the cops. You guys make it awful hard to like you guys. Bullshit. Disorderly conduct. You guys are gonna be complaining of disorderly conduct. That's more bullshit. Think about that shit I said when you guys go home, honestly. You think that I want to be berating you for guys for doing stupid shit? I'd rather just film you guys doing a good job. You guys want to shine lights in the eyes because you're scared? Come on. Come on. Number one, make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. Number two, I can't wait to hear your guys' opinion on what you think about Corporal Brown himself. These cops are ridiculous. You guys think about what I said over there.
Hey, sir, how are we doing?
What can I help you, gentlemen?
Oh, well, we were just speaking with another officer about a complaint that we had and some recommendations we had to alleviate the complaint resurfacing. He said, you know, if you like, I can get a member of administration to talk to you because we had some recommendations to make, and he said he would send somebody out.
Okay, I'm Lieutenant Bond. I'm the patrol lieutenant.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. Can we just get your badge number as well?
Yeah, it's 828.
828. Yeah, so I'll kind of just be brief on the genesis of this. This has to do with the Right to Record Act. Do you guys do any type of training around that for officers on an annual basis here?
For the Right to Record Act?
Yeah, basically what the public's rights are to record police in the course of their duties peacefully, obviously.
It's all part of the U.S. constitutional training. It's freedom of speech.
Well, it actually goes beyond that.
Yeah.
So the Right to Record Act confers rights upon citizens to record police in the course of their duties. That actually goes above and beyond the First Amendment. I think that's important to point out.
We also record interactions with the public.
Well, yeah, but that's, yeah, and that would be the recording that would be government property that you're making for government purposes, certainly subject to FOIL. But I'm talking about specifically the citizen's right to record police in the course of their duties. And the reason I'm bringing this up is we're aware of an interaction that some gentlemen had last night with your officers, roughly around 12:30 in the morning, but there was an interaction preceding that where it was made clear that there's folks driving around the city peacefully recording officers under Right to Record Act. There was actually an interaction that preceded the stop I'm going to reference where the officer being recorded stopped a vehicle, not with lights, but just bright lights on it, got out and asked, "Are you following me?" And it was made clear that he's simply being recorded peacefully under the Right to Record Act. He said, "That's fine, you're not in trouble," and he moved on. From there, though, a number of other officers appeared in the area, and it escalated to the point where there was a traffic stop initiated. There was a citation issued for failure to remain right. And the issue with that is a conversation with the officer afterward that's on video. He talked a lot about, well, you guys are out driving around recording the police, and you know, what are you doing that for? That's odd. It seems like that's the basis for the stop here. That's the basis for the citation. Beyond that, the gentleman recording then happened upon another traffic stop with outside individuals being perpetuated by city officers, the same ones who pulled them over previously, and there was a lot of effort put into stymieing those individuals' ability to record. And what I mean by that is bright lights were flashed into the camera's iris to make it incapable of recording. At one point, because of that, one of the gentlemen stepped closer to a patrol vehicle just to be able to see what's going on inside because the light was so bright, couldn't see from far away. That person was told by an officer that if they don't step back on the sidewalk, they're going to be cited for disorderly conduct. And that's an issue because an officer can't be a complainant on a disorderly conduct citation. Would you agree with that?
You gave a lot of information.
I did, yeah.
All at once without me being able to comment on anything.
Yeah, let me give you a chance to comment.
So,
yeah.
Any one of you gentlemen, the ones that were issued a citation for last night and pulled over for unlawful reasons, as you're so claimant?
Well, I mean, I don't know that that's terribly relevant. I think at this point, you know,
No, you said personnel complaint. You were talking about the filing of a personnel complaint.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of the fact that this happened. I observed some of it.
Okay, I
just want to make a complaint on that basis. And really, it's not so much about the complaint per se. I think really the issue here is there just may not be enough knowledge or enough attempt at providing knowledge to the officers about citizens' rights under Right to Record Act. That people can do this, and they don't mean any nefarious intent. I mean, it's honestly.
I agree with you.
Yeah. So
right to record in public spaces.
Yeah.
Right.
So you know, there's that issue. Then there's the very aggressive manner in which one of the officers, and this is all on video. It's going to be going out publicly. One of the officers aggressively, you know, telling one of these individuals that you can't walk off the sidewalk and record the cruiser because it's disorderly conduct, and claiming he can be a complainant. So there seems to be a lot of misunderstandings about people's ability to record officers in the course of their duties. It's not the basis for a traffic stop. You know, you can't charge them with disorderly conduct for doing it. And I just think that we're really getting off on the wrong foot here locally because the activity is going to continue. I mean, I just want to be clear about that.
Okay.
And I don't think that it makes sense to get into a position where there's constant lawsuits against the department, maybe just because the training isn't there, if that makes sense.
So our officers are trained to a very high degree level. Sure, we could always use more training. Everyone could use more training.
Yeah.
We do run into staff shortages.
Wait a minute, fam. Did he just say shortage on staffing? Because if I'm remembering properly, the day before, both the traffic stop that we were involved in and the traffic stop that they pulled somebody else over, they were rolling 5 deep. I don't know if 5 cops on one traffic stop is considered a staffing shortage, or is this guy just talking straight BS?
Prevent us from reaching higher levels of training currently. It's also funded. It is a public service. It is funded by the public. So we have to consider using monies responsibly and trying to do as much as we can with what we have.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you think that...
I'm not going to comment directly about the situation that I have no knowledge about.
Sure.
I have your point of view on that.
Yeah, I'm just sharing the facts as I observe them. You're right, yeah.
Right, and I'm going to have an administrative blotter punch, and I'm going to look into the matter myself.
Can I give you the officer's name who I'm aware filed the complaint? He issued the citation?
I mean, I could look it up in my records, but you...
Yeah, it's Officer R, like Randall. I don't know that that's his first name, but R. And the last name's Brown. B like boy, R-O-W-N. And the shield is 838. And again, this officer's on video after the stop talking about the recording that was going on. Well, hey, you guys are out recording. And again, we have the other officer, one of whom was recorded before the stop was initiated, who contacted these gentlemen of his own accord and was asking questions. Are you following me? He was told, you know, we just thought you were going to a stop. We're just recording. And yet still this escalated and these interactions happened. So yeah, we're just here to make you aware of that. We think.
So is there any way for you guys to provide me that recording of that interaction so I can make it part of my investigation?
Yeah, I mean, we can send it to you. We can send it to you. Absolutely. It's gonna be posted pretty soon. So.
I know, but I don't want to rely on edited versions that are posted on YouTube. I'd like to have an unedited version.
Yeah, we don't edit any of it. It goes up totally unedited. We think that that's unethical to do that, frankly. We want to provide the full interaction, and again, all of this is done in the interest of transparency, and the officer should know and be aware that nothing, you know, I think the perception is if we're recording, if an officer is being recorded, it's because the person recording thinks they're doing something wrong. That isn't necessarily true. It's generally not true. I think in you know, most of the folks that I know who do this, they're just trying to show the public how this works, how this all works, basically. So, so yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good to talk to the officer, look into the issue.
Well, that's what my job is.
Yeah.
And I will look into the issue, and I will address any training issues that we have there, and as well as
I think that'd be super helpful for them. I just think that they felt that this was.
I don't have any carnal knowledge of the incident because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So
do you have a card by chance?
Yeah. We can send you the information.
As soon as I walk in, I will get that information.
Yeah. Okay.
I would prefer to email directly to me. That would be that way I don't have to go looking on YouTube for.
No. We'll take the link and we'll just email it to you. Yeah. We'll make it real simple. So yeah, we'll wait here for your card, and really that's it. And we'll take any questions you have. But we just wanted to just be very direct and upfront about what occurred, what we think, what the issues are, and just put it out there for you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll hang here for you. Yep. All right, sir.
No, sir.
Thank you very much. Do you have any other questions for us?
No.
All right. Well, thanks again for your time. Have a good rest of your day.
You guys need anything else?
No, that's it. That's all we came here to discuss.
Have a safe trip.
Thank you.
We live in a society now where people want to record how they discipline their child. People that might get mad with this video is the people that probably already embarrassed their child. You can discipline your child in their room. Take something away from them. If they act up, well, I'm like, son, you can't play the game.
I saw you were in a restricted area. Now I want your identification. You're not getting it.
I don't have anything to do with it as far as following the Constitution.
You pull the Constitution out of your pockets on here. Like that was supposed to prove something.
First Amendment, freedom of the press.
We have every right to film out here and there.
Your name is not Dan Erie County.
This isn't Erie County.
Yeah.
Sure it is. On here is Dan Erie County.
Is.
Legitimate? Maybe. Official? No.